3 years after our divorce. She showed up begging, saying, "I've changed. Give me another chance." I refused, so she filed a fake rape case against me. But I turned the tables and destroyed her life instead. 3 years ago, my life looked nothing like it does now. Back then, I was drowning, financially, mentally, and emotionally. My marriage to Grace was a constant storm. Every conversation turned into a fight. Every day felt like walking on glass. It didn't start that way. We were happy once. At least, I thought we were. I met Grace when I was 27. She was charming, full of energy, and knew how to light up a room. Things moved fast. Dating, then marriage within a year. Maybe too fast. It didn't take long before the cracks started showing. She had expectations, ones I couldn't meet back then. I wasn't earning much. I was working 2 jobs, trying to get my freelance business off the ground, while she constantly complained about how everyone else's husband was doing better. Money was always the fight. But it wasn't just that. She had this nasty habit of comparing me to her friends' husbands. Megan's husband just bought her a new car. Lisa and her man are going to Hawaii next month. I tried my best to ignore it. I worked harder. I thought things would get better. They didn't. The more I struggled to fix our finances, the more distant and cruel she became. Arguments got uglier. Her words cut deeper. It was never enough. I wasn't enough. Then one day, I came home early from work, and everything shattered. I caught her with another man. On our couch. The same couch we picked together at a thrift store when we first moved in. I didn't shout. I didn't throw punches. I stood there for a few seconds. Her eyes widened. She pulled a blanket over herself like that would somehow fix anything. "Henry, this isn't what it looks like." "Yeah, sure." I walked out without saying another word. Filed for divorce the very next day. It wasn't just the cheating. It was everything. The disrespect, the manipulation, the endless criticism. The divorce was ugly. She demanded more than what was fair. Alimony, half of my barely there savings, even my car. I fought it in court. I won some, lost some. But at least I walked away. Free. For the next 2 years, I focused on myself. I cut contact with everyone who was mutual between us. I buried myself in work. My freelance gig exploded. Turns out when you're not emotionally drained every day, you can actually focus and succeed. I upgraded from a tiny apartment to a nice suburban home. Got a new car. Started traveling. Took care of my health. Life was finally peaceful. Then, out of nowhere, 3 years after the divorce, her name popped up on my phone. "Grace, hey, can we talk?" I stared at the message for a long time. Didn't reply. What was there to say? Whatever that chapter was, it was closed. A few days later, she showed up. At my house. I opened the door, and there she was, standing on the porch like it was 2017 again. She looked different. A little worn out. Less confident than the last time I saw her. "Henry, can we talk? Please." Part of me wanted to slam the door. But curiosity, or maybe closure, made me step outside. "I don't think there's anything to talk about, Grace. I know what I did. I was stupid. I ruined everything." Her voice was shaking, but not in the way you expect when someone's truly sorry. It felt rehearsed. "Henry, I've changed. I really have. Can we just try again? Maybe start over?" I looked her dead in the eye. "Grace, no. That door closed a long time ago. You made your choice. Now live with it." Her face dropped. "Please, just think about it. Please." "I don't need to think about it," I replied. "I'm not that guy anymore. And I'm not going back." I turned and walked back inside. Closed the door. Locked it. I figured that was the end of it. I was wrong. It had been a week since Grace showed up at my house, begging for another chance. I truly believed that telling her no was the end of it. I thought she'd leave, lick her wounds, and move on with her life, just like I did years ago. I was wrong. One morning, I woke up to dozens of missed calls and texts. At first, I thought something happened to my family. My phone wouldn't stop buzzing. Friends, old acquaintances, even some clients. "Dude, what the hell is going on? Is this true? Bro, you need a lawyer. Fast." I scrolled in confusion until I saw it. A local news article shared in a community Facebook group. My name. My photo. A headline that made my stomach drop. "Local business owner accused of sexual assault by ex-wife." I sat there frozen, reading it over and over. My ex-wife, Grace, filed a police report accusing me of rape. Rape. After 3 years of no contact. After a divorce. After everything. My hands were literally shaking, but not from fear, more like disbelief. Disgust. This couldn't be real. It couldn't. I called my lawyer, James. He's the same guy who handled my divorce years ago. "James, you seeing this?" "Yeah, I saw it." "Henry, listen carefully. Do not say anything to anyone. No social media, no statements. Come to my office." Now, when I arrived, James was already printing paperwork. He looked tired but focused. "She's filed a criminal complaint," he said bluntly. Claims you forced yourself on her 2 nights ago. I sat down, stunned. James, she came to my house, begging to get back together. I said no. She left. That's it. That's literally all that happened. He nodded. I believe you. But this is serious. False accusations or not, you're dealing with the law now. The burden of proof might be on them legally, but socially, you're already guilty in people's eyes. I leaned back, exhaling. She's really that desperate? Oh, it gets worse, James said, sliding over a copy of the police report. She's claiming this has been going on for years. She's alleging that during the marriage, you were abusive. And now, she's claiming you assaulted her when she came to discuss rekindling things. My jaw clenched. She's fabricating years of abuse, out of thin air. He nodded. That's how this game works, Henry. This is about revenge. Or money. Or both. The next few days were a blur. Police came to my house. Not to arrest me, but to serve notice. My neighbors watched. Some stared. Some pretended not to. I couldn't walk into my local coffee shop without whispers. Clients started canceling meetings. Emails slowed down. My reputation was tanking. But here's the thing about me. After everything I went through during the marriage, after crawling my way out of that toxic mess, I wasn't the same beaten-down man I used to be. I wasn't going to roll over. James and I got to work. Pulled security camera footage from my house. Footage that showed her arriving and leaving. Peacefully. No threats. No violence. No forced anything. Pulled our text messages. Her begging to meet. Her asking, "Can we talk? I miss you." Not exactly what a victim texts an abuser. Even better, I found something she clearly forgot about. An old recording on my phone from years ago. A recording of one of our brutal fights where she openly admitted, "I don't care if this ruins you, Henry. I'll destroy you if you ever leave me." Evidence. Cold, hard evidence. Still, the damage was already done. And I wasn't naive. I knew even if I cleared my name legally, the stain on my reputation might never fully fade. But I wasn't just going to defend myself. I was going to make sure this backfired on her. Publicly, legally, financially. She picked the wrong man to mess with this time. The day of the court hearing arrived. Grace walked in like she was starring in some dramatic soap opera. Dressed in black, fake tears, acting like the victim. I sat there calm. Not because I wasn't angry. I was. But because I knew what was coming. I knew the truth was about to hit her harder than she ever imagined. Her lawyer stood up first, painting this wild picture of me as an abusive monster who manipulated, controlled, and assaulted her even years after our divorce. They acted like I was some predator who'd been hunting her since the day we split. It would have been laughable if it wasn't so disgusting. Then it was our turn. James stood up, adjusted his glasses, and began calmly laying everything out. First, the security footage. Clear as day, Grace walking up to my house, waiting patiently at the door, me stepping out to speak with her. No signs of struggle, no argument, no assault, and most importantly, no interaction inside the house at all. She left exactly how she arrived. Calm. Voluntarily. Then the text messages. He read them aloud in court. "Hey, can we talk? I miss you. I've been thinking about you a lot. Can we meet? I promise I'm not here to fight." The courtroom went quiet. You could feel the energy shift. But that wasn't the knockout punch. James pulled out the old recording from 2 years before, an argument from when our marriage was collapsing. Her voice echoed through the speakers. "You think walking away is that easy? If you leave me, I swear I'll ruin you. I'll make sure nobody looks at you the same way again." The judge's eyes narrowed. Even her own lawyers started fidgeting. James finished with a simple statement. "Your Honor, this is not a victim. This is a calculated, vindictive person weaponizing the legal system to punish a man for moving on with his life. This isn't justice. This is revenge." Grace's face turned pale. Her act crumbled right there in front of everyone. The judge dismissed the charges. Not just dismissed, but with prejudice, meaning she couldn't file them again. And then, the best part, James immediately filed a counter-lawsuit for defamation, emotional distress, and filing a false police report. That wasn't just legal games. That was going to hit her where it hurt most. Her wallet, her reputation, her future. As the news spread, the same community pages that blasted my name weeks earlier now posted updates clearing my name. Some people apologized. Some didn't. But honestly, I didn't care. I wasn't living for their approval. Grace, on the other hand. Well, let's just say karma has her address now. She lost her job. Her employer didn't want the drama. Her family stopped defending her once the truth was out. Friends distanced themselves. And the lawsuit? Let's just say the settlement amount wasn't small. I used that money to invest in my business even more. Took a vacation overseas. Lived my life. She tried to come back into my world, thinking I was still that struggling man she could manipulate. But I had built myself back up, stronger, smarter, and unwilling to ever be her victim again. Looking back, the best decision I ever made wasn't divorcing her. It was refusing to ever open that door again. What would you have done in my situation? Would you have given her another chance? Or walked away like I did and fought back when it mattered? I appreciate you watching till the end. Hit that subscribe button and stay tuned for more content.